What a deck!
Hello and welcome to What a Deck. We play troll decks, rogue decks, and whatever the hell I feel like. I'm your host, Hardleg Joe, and today we're looking at Millennium-Eyes Kaiju, which is a combination of the new Millennium Eyes cards, in particular Millennium Eyes Restrict. I've built kind of a Restrict turbo that tries to make this thing as quickly as possible, along with a Kaiju engine that has the Kaijus and the water tower and the Kaiju files. Because this thing steals monsters. These are big monsters that get over your opponent's things. Plus this negates monster effects, this negates spell traps. So hopefully we have this weird thief stun variant. Probably not the best deck you could possibly make. Might not even be the best use of this, but I like mixing things with Kaijus and using them for more than just removal. So that's what we're doing this week. If you just want a deck profile, there's a link in the description to a separate, shorter video where I go over everything in here and explain how it works. Otherwise, in this duel, I'm playing 10 duels against random opponents on YGOPro. I'll be testing this out, showing you some combos, and hopefully, we'll have a little fun. Alright, here we are in the first duel versus the true name. I don't know what his true name is, I just know that it's true. It's definitely not one of those false names that you've been hearing about. And this deck wants to go second. Pretty much any Kaiju deck wants to go second. If you're somehow unfamiliar with the Kaijus, they tribute over your opponent's monsters, special summon to their side of the field. So they need to have monsters in order for it to work. Ooh, Blue Eyes. I've had some trouble with Blue Eyes in the past, because we have a field spell that's really useful. Although we don't have it here. And we do have, so I don't know, we'll see. I haven't tested this as much as I would like, but I have tested it. So he's got that. Let's go ahead and start out. We'll play our Kaiju files. Gets a Kaiju every time, or gets a counter every time a Kaiju is summoned from the, what is it, hand or graveyard. So it actually won't come into effect here. But that's fine. We're just going to get... We've already got one of these, so... Well, yeah, it has the most attack. And we'll give them the one with less attack, but not the Gameciel, because we actually use Gameciel quite a bit. Then we're going to normal summon our Manju. Let us search out our ritual monster, Relinquished. You could fusion summon Relinquished with Relinquished Fusion by banishing... Oh yeah, and that's our Millennium Eyes Restrict. You need Relinquished and any effect monster, and we'll pick this because it's useless. And then I can use this. You can banish it from the graveyard to target a monster and equip it to a Millennium Eyes. Either a Restrict, or if you play the regular Relinquished, you can attach it to that. We've got our Pegasus Negation, which is really funny, but it's so small you could barely see it. He's got like a picture of a card with himself, holding up a finger like, no, 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 I can't allow that. And it says, I think not. I think not, Yugi boy. How about, fuck you? That's my best, Pegasus thing. So yeah, we've got a pretty solid setup. Millennium Eyes Restrict is, during either player's turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target an effect monster either they control or in their graveyard, and equip it to it. And monsters equipped to this can't activate their effects. Or like monsters with the same name. So, like, if he summons one of these, and I equip it, he can't use other Millennium Eyes monsters. He can just beat over it, which is its biggest flaw. Although now... let's see. He's gonna be able to make the thing, so what I'm going to do is just get rid of his stuff. I'll just take one of these. Aw, damn it, I picked the... I picked the wrong one. I wanted to take the one off of his field. A sad state of affairs. If he's playing... Yep. So now he can just do the things he wants to do. If I had taken that from his field, then he wouldn't be able to do much of anything. Yeah, he would... That is a Greek tragedy, if ever there was one, I tell you what. I get to talking to you guys, and I just make these mistakes that, like, if I was playing by myself, I would not make. But, you know what, that's fine. I pride myself more on my deck-building ability and my commentary ability than my ability to play really well. So, you know, It's one of those things, like, I've made a mistake, but you could tell that the deck building is solid. If I had taken this, let's see. Well, he could still... Yeah, he could summon one of those, but he wouldn't be able to use the effect. Yeah, he could summon that back, but he'd still be unable to get over the lightning strike kaiju that I would have over here. However, I think this is something that can attack 3... No, okay. Not 3 times. Is this the thing that can attack twice? No, but it still does 4,000. So still quite a bit of damage. Quite a lot of bit of damage. Unless I get another kaiju, I'm pretty much screwed. Oh no, not my kaiju files. And that's really useful for getting to the win condition, but not much else. Let's see. Opponent banishes 3 monsters from their deck. Okay, so what don't I want to draw? Yeah, I could get my... It's banished, so I don't really need my Predaplant engine at the moment. Although it would make me a rank 3. Just getting relinquished by itself is not going to help, so let's get rid of this and this. And... Yeah, actually, one of my relinquished. Because like I said, if I can just get a kaiju... That's pretty much my only hope, is if I could draw one of my kaijus, but I don't have many kaijus back. Nope, a sad state of affairs. What can I act... Oh! I could search a kaiju. Alrighty. I think I won this then. Thanks to the kaijus. We'll just special summon this. Yo, what's up? Howdy do. You had a good battle, but it's not quite enough, because I only got 500 left. We attack over with that. Ooh, that was a close one. And I had it won the whole time because I completely forgot about Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Granted, it is a one-of, so it's not something that I get the chance to play all that often. But there's one win. You can kind of see what we're doing. We could still do more stuff. I hope I can get out my, again, the win condition, the sort of stun thing that I want to do. But we'll see in the second duel. Here we are, the second duel versus Rex. Rex means king, and I think Greek. Yeah, it has to be Greek. I don't think that's a Latin thing. I took several years of Latin. I failed it, but I still remember some of it. I don't think they liked their things that ended with X. That was much more of a Greek thing. And we're playing against mermales. Mermales do not want to go first, generally. They're more of an OTK style deck. Not really my kind of thing. You'll have to comment in the comments if you like mermales, if you think you'd like to see a mermale deck. I don't think, it's not one of those decks that I would play. I generally stick away from the OTK, FTK decks. Just because, again, I feel like my talents are more with the interesting deck building than the playing the decks perfectly. And when you get an OTK deck like this, or like Fluffles, generally there's like a set build that you run, and it's just about making sure you do your combos correctly. So I tend not to do very well at those kinds of decks. But who knows, if you want, maybe I could try to make like a weird like stun mermail that works with like the equip cards or something. I know they've got equip cards that banish things. This hand is pretty garbage, by the way. If he builds something and I don't draw very good, you're gonna have some trouble. This deck runs into a lot of trouble, mostly because of you have to run Relinquished. And I don't run the ritual spell. I used to run the ritual spell, the Black Illusion Ritual, and Pre-Preparations of Rites to summon this. But even those got kind of bricky. Because, like, I would either I'd end up a lot of times with, like, 2 Black Illusion Rituals, and then no way to grab this. Or I'd get a way to grab this, and then I'd have no monsters. I think you could make, like, a pure Relinquished deck, but I thought this was more fun. Oh, she's just a big old mermaid. She's like a sleek crescent moon. But she's also got wings. It's like a wingfish. I don't know why I'm talking like this. But, yeah, at the moment, this is great hand trap, but you have to get out your Relinquished first. This is no good without fusion. This is no good without another kaiju. These are no good unless you've got cards you can activate and send to the graveyard. If you don't know this, it's every time a card goes to the graveyard, you get to counter on this. If it has 3 counters on it, you can search a kaiju. So there is some cool stuff where, like, you put a monster on the field, and then you fusion summon, and then you do things. And then you have 3 counters, so you can search your kaijus and do your plays. Big old fancy plays. At the moment, not really. And it looks like he's just getting started. Because he's about to draw one, and then he's going to be able to special summon. So you know what, we'll be back. We'll be back after all his things are done. And he's playing hand traps, too. So even if I get my things, it's likely I could be... And he just surrendered! I don't understand this... Come on, man. The only way you're going to learn to play the deck is to learn what to do when you don't get optimal hands. You've got to learn to power through it. There have been times that I want to surrender, and I'm not talking to... I guess I'm talking to you guys. I don't know if any of you out there are just the kind to, like, play a combo deck and surrender if you don't get the combos, but you can always make a comeback. Especially against... Obviously, they don't know what I'm playing, but this is a deck that unless I drew my fusion, pretty much, this is going to be a dead hand, and he probably would have won anyway. But he lost due to his own hubris. Let's go to the third duel. Ah, my arch-nemesis player, come to try out again to see if he can defeat me in my M.E.K deck. Ah, it's a M.E.K deck. I don't know why I didn't think about that. It's like a tech deck, but with fundamental differences. And anytime you start with your fusion, you're pretty good. We got a 60-card Performapal deck. That's unique. Although if he can get this, I might be in for some trouble. Let's see. All monsters cannot attack or activate their effects. Oh, that's only if you have 0. And you don't have 0 right now, so you're gonna have a bad time. Although, let's see, if we activate this, will he... Applies one of these effects based on the number... Oh, in their spell trap zone. Well, that is a shame, but fortunately I can do this. And fortunately we still have King of the Swamp. And I don't have any counters. So it's probably best to just give him this and keep the other thing on my side of the field. Yo, what's up? I've got a kaiju! And I'll just... Fusion! Thank you very much. And then I'll take that, if you don't mind. And I'll just attack into your things. Or, I'm sorry, into your non-things. Special summon this. Okay. So if something's destroyed, but I'm not going to let things get destroyed. The only sad thing about this is that it banishes it, so you can't use it again. It would have been nice if, like, from the hand or field it goes to the graveyard, and then if you use it, you can use them from the graveyard, but it banishes it. But it just banishes the material outright. So if he does manage to just, like, Raigeki this, then I'm just doomed. Alright. And you're gonna special summon it out? Oh, so you think you can use that effect, do you? Why can't I chain my effect? Oh, okay. He's got to target first. Be like, nope. If your opponent activates effect, you can just chain to it and be like, you're mine now. I think not. Yeah, that's right, surrender. No one beats the Millennium Eyes Restrict. Unless they have spell traps. Like, if I go up against Brandish Maidens, dead. Just absolutely nothing I can do. Unless I get good luck with kaijus and stuff. While I'm here in the third duel, though, I should mention I have these sleeves. I made them myself with the Millennium Eyes Restrict mind-controlling Gameciel. If you'd like to get these sleeves, you could donate to my Patreon. This is an ad-free channel, so it's funded entirely by Patreon. $1 will not only help out the channel, but you'll get all the sleeves I've ever made. And if you don't want to join the Patreon, I also have a I also have a Twitch, twitch.tv/hardleggaming. Every Thursday, I make the sleeves for the What a Deck that I'm going to be doing. So if you'd like to see how these are made, or just get a preview, just say hi, maybe donate a couple bits or something, help me out, you could do it that way too. So with that pitch out of the way, let's go ahead into the fourth duel. Oh, that's, Dr. Awkward. I like that it has a nice ring to it. Dr. Awkward, I presume? Let's see here. Okay, so first of all, at Kaito Waterfront. Let's activate King of the Swamp. Alright. Doesn't look like we've already got a Relinquish, so we don't need this. So we're going to go ahead and use our Orphis Scorpio. When this is summoned, you can pitch a monster. And special summon a Darlington Cobra. And when that's summoned, you can add a fusion card from your deck to your hand, or polymerization. So there's our Relinquished Fusion. Woo! And then, once from here, you can make a bunch of rank 3s. This is a pretty good defensive card. This is a pretty good defensive card. You could do some tricks with Leviair, the Sea Dragon, Link 2s even. But I think since we have polymerization, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just, we're going to fusion. Oh, I could make... Nah, we'll just go ahead and fusion summon Millennium Eyes Restrict. We'll take this and this. Put it here. Bada bingo. We can't activate the effect unless he activates a monster effect. So there's a chance he could just normal summon something and run over it, but then he has to do everything in his main phase too. So it at least stalls him, and plus we have the Relinquished Fusion. So even if he destroys this next turn, we can banish the materials from the graveyard, and then just make another one. Plus then we'll have this in the graveyard, so whatever he left on the field we can steal. So this could be a pretty decent deterrent. Ooh, I wonder if he's playing... whatchamacallits. Alright, I'll go to attack. Just in case, we'll go to defense. Just hit him with 1,000. And... Yep, we're good. What can do? Maybe I've got some... Yeah, there's a chance if he said a whole bunch, he might have Mirror Forces. Ah, Lazion, the Time Lord. Put all my cards in the graveyard back into my deck. Why couldn't I pay? I'm confused. It didn't even give me a chance. Okay. I am very confused. After damage calculation, monster can pay 500 life points. They keep repeating until they choose not to play. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know what happened. Either way, we've got another Orphis Scorpio, so we'll just set that. And... yeah, we're good. If he's playing a... The thing is, I could steal this, but he's playing a... If he's playing a frickin' Time Lord deck, then I'm not sure what can do. Yeah, that's just weird. Someone will have to explain that to me. Oh, thank you. I have kaijus, I hope you know. Alright. So, get rid of that. And then we'll go ahead and summon this. And then we'll go ahead and Relinquished Fusion. And hopefully hit him for 3,300. A Blazing Mirror Force. It has 0 attack in the graveyard, so it's not going to do anything. Yep, we're going to set this. Just as some kind of defense. Yeah, he's all Mirror Forces. He's all... Okay, so yeah, I'm probably going to lose to this one, but it's a complete mismatch. He's got all 0 attack, so I can't steal his things. He's got all Mirror Forces, and all I play is Cosmic Cyclones to get rid of specific back row. And he's just going to turbo out this guy and do burn damage to me. And yeah, now I can't even activate Cosmic Cyclone because I'll be dead. With a capital D. Alright, so he hasn't killed me quite yet. I'm gonna go ahead and show a cool thing while I'm here, before I die. Make another one of these, and we'll use this Millennium-Eyes Illusionist. And the cool thing about that is when Illusionist goes to, if Illusionist is in the graveyard and you summon a relinquished card, you can add it back to your hand. So then it doesn't cost you anything to fusion summon. Yay! He's got less cards than me, so here's the thing. I can't target his cards with effects. That's clear. But what I can do is target the cards in the graveyard. Oh, no, he's got one of those. So I could take a Lazion when he activates his effects, and then the Lazion would be... He wouldn't be able to activate that to burn me, so there's a chance that I could just stall out forever. We'll just activate the Kaiju files, because I feel like it, man. But yeah, he's all Time Lords. He's gonna run out of cards first. Let's see here. This is once per turn, target a monster on the field and banish it. I could make that. I'd have to get rid of my relinquished, though, and then he could just lazy on things. Because I do. Oh wait, no. I'll have. Okay. Because this is. Yeah, those are in the graveyard. I've only used one of those, so I should be... I can't normal summon? I can't normal summon for whatever reason. Does it say? Oh, while a spell card is in their hand. Okay, they cannot normal summon. Gotcha. And we'll just go ahead and send that off. Get this guy back. I guess I don't have another fusion, or I can't add. Alright, well that's sad. Yeah, because then he can burn me to death. I need to wait until I can get the fusion, and then I can do things. So we're set for now. Needle sealing. Welp. Yep, he had a deck. Again, he had a deck that countered mine. I go out on my own terms! Ha ha ha! Next duel. Alright, here we are. 5th duel versus Aphex, like the Apex, but with fundamental differences. It has an H. That's fundamentally different, am I right? Started out with our relinquished fusion, that's good. Playing against mythical beasts. So while he's doing pendulum combos, I want to go ahead and give a big old Hardleg Patreon shout-out. Perhaps the biggest Hardleg Patreon shout-out I've ever given to Joe Average. By far the most... I don't even have words to say things anymore for him. You should know Joe Average if you've been here for a while. He's been on the Patreon a while. He's been donating an absurd amount of money. And this month, he's become the first Highlander, which is a joke tier I put on my Patreon at a really high amount, just to be like, you know, in case a Saudi oil baron decided to donate to me. Like, it never hurts. And the madman actually did it. It's only for a month, but still, words fail me. But I can't thank him enough. Please thank him in the comments. He's helping keeping this channel going, quite a bit, doing all sorts of fancy things. And we've got a dang old hand, just, dang. I don't even have to waste a kaiju, because he's got 2,800 already. Not ash blonde, not on my terraforming. Burp, 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 burp. It's okay. I can do other things. Yo, what's up? Howdy ho, neighborino. Oh, don't tell me he's got like Effect Veiler too. No, he's got Windy Gardner. Fuck it, you know? I'm still taking this. You can't stop me. Alright, well, that's a sad state of affairs, but I still have this in the graveyard. It doesn't help me, but it's still in the graveyard, so... You know, it's still in the graveyard. We'll be back if I have anything I can possibly do. Oh, my only hope is to set this thing and hope he can't OTK me over it. But he probably can. As long as he attacks with this thing first, I'm pretty much done for. But we'll see, I've been surprised before. Maybe he'll attack with this and then attack over with that, and then I'll have a dandy old time. Oh wait, this can banish face downs. You could literally... Yeah, it's one monster, you don't even have to... You could just banish face down monsters. Okay. He could have done that right from the start. I don't know why you're drawing all these cards. Just doing a thing, yep. Sadly, couldn't get over the Garuda. Too fast, too furious, Tokyo Drift. Thanks to Joe Average. Baha! I don't have anything to say to that. That's just what it is. That's his name. Baha. Is he perhaps one of the Baha men? Could be. When the party was down, the party was jumping. Yippee-i-yo. I don't think I've seen this card before. Ooh, Cyburst. Neat. I wonder if it's an interesting Cyburst deck or a bad Cyburst deck. I've never played a Cyburst deck where I was like, ooh, yuck, I don't like that. That's really gross. Normally it's just sort of like, huh, link laddering. Or not even that. So let's just hope that he can't stop my Orphis Scorpio play. We'll just go ahead and discard the Darlington Cobra. Got a hand trap? Nope. Summon other Darlington Cobra. Draw a Curd. Please. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. We're fine. Oh, this shoe's still down there. It's gonna be like, you can use your effect on face downs, you know. Let's see here. Is there anything I want to get rid of? At the moment, he's not really threatening me all that much. I think... Yeah, let's just go for massive attack. When's the last time I summoned Acid Golem? If worse comes to worse, because you can use any effect monster, I could just polymerization with Acid Golem and do things. Unless he's got Honest. Honestly, you could have such a thing. Oh, but you can't special summon while you have this. Oh, ooh. Interrupt Rystorm. Special summon this. If you do, it gains attack equal to the battle damage you took. Okay. So, never mind. This was a terrible idea. Never summon Acid Golem of Destruction. Hopefully, though, he'll be able to make something that can get over this. He won't just stall me out and make me lose because of Acid Golem. I would not appreciate that. He's got a Draco net. It's a whole net. Look, he's got pictures of nets on there. Oh, it's a little Digitron. It's a little floater. And then you can make, okay, a Link Spider. Special summon another normal monster from your hand. Make, I don't know, Borolo Dragon? No, it's just a Proton! It's even smaller than Digitron! Look at that, she's little eyeballs. She's got a little hoopy hoop. She's got a little antenna thing just floating over its head. I wonder what it sounds like. I think it's all like beep boop beep boop. My cat just meowed in its sleep. Just this little rumble. I don't think he likes the beep boops. I think for some reason it hits his kitty ears in just such a way that he cannot abide by it. Alright, you got 4 monsters. You could make Firewall and pass. You can make Boroload. Yeah, you can make Boroload. You can make Skull Deep. Ooh, Encoat. Oh yeah, he can make all these Cybers cards that I don't understand. Make that monster unable to be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage. Also, have 1 monster gain that attack. Alright, so that goes... Okay, interesting. So that attacks, he can target it, he doesn't take any damage, and then he gains the damage I would have taken. Cybers are neat, guys. They could do neat things. Oh, delicious. So, let's just go ahead and deck... But, I didn't do anything. I could have done things! I could have used the hand trap. I could have fusion. I had a kaiju. I had... Aw. Guy. Why, Baja. The party was down and the party was jumping. I have a feeling he didn't let the dogs out at all. Okie dokie, here we are, 7th duel versus a coin. It's just a coin. Flip of the coin, we're going 2nd. We've got our fusion searcher. We've got our relinquished searcher. We've got our fusion searcher that is also relinquished. Oh boy! My favorite. Let's see here. I kind of don't like that, but at the same time... That's fine. We'll have a kaiju battle. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It's an old school dinosaur laser fight. Yeah, I don't want him to be stopping my plays, so I'm going to do this. I am glad I did that! That was a good thing to have done. Let's see. We're gonna discard this because this will come out when we fusion summon anyway. Bada bingo. Ooh. Let's see. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Yeah, we'll get this. Because we can do... Yeah, here, okay. So then we'll activate King of the Swamp. We'll get our Polywally Doodle all the day. Do we want to make anything? And this can't be destroyed now that it has counters on it. I probably should have thought of that. Yeah, we'll just leave them there. They're not doing anything. So, then we can relinquish fusion. And we'll use this in the graveyard, and... Oh, yeah. Let's go with this, so we can still attack. And then we summoned one, so that guy will come back to us. He's got 3 counters. And let's attack into his face down, see what the hell we're dealing with. Ah, okay. And I attack you for 0. So this is going to be tricky. Let's just go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to get that. Just to deck thin a little bit. Plus whatever kaiju he has, he can't get higher than that. The problem is, now that we're both generating counters, the kaiju effects are going to be crazy. If he can get out of Gameciel too, we're going to be doing all sorts of fancy shit. Ah, lawn mowing, I see. And then he's going to get a Gameciel. If you intend to give me a Gameciel, you're going to have a tough problem. You're going to be in for some tough troubles. Let's see. Let me just look at his deck, or let me look in the graveyard. The one thing I'm really worried about is this. Yeah, I don't think that's a quick effect, so I'm just gonna take that right now. Mine. Plus it has more attack than other things. Plus I have this in hand. So there you go. No activating Fairy Tale Snow. Granted, I could have just as easily taken his Mizuki and made sure he can't summon out of the graveyard. And then he can tribute that and get his Unizambi. That's fine. Unizombie has more attack, so I'll take that. Ah! Psyframe Lord Zeta. A bad choice, my friend. Give me. He's mine. No. 4350 attack. That's a lot of attack. But he's still got more things, and kaijus. And more kaiju things. And even if he tries to end with Gameciel on his side, they got two warriors going to make the warrior link. That's what I thought. Ooh, Black Looster. Yep, I can't stop that. You okay, Rocco? He's like sneezing over there with little cat sneezes. That's unusual for him to make. Yep, I probably should have taken his Mizuki, but then he could have summoned this and just flipped me face down and still done most of this stuff he's doing. Yep, there's nothing else I can do anyway during this turn unless he gives me a kaiju that can do stuff. So, I think oh, well, you're gonna take my Restrict? No, he's gonna take Orphis. Oh. Oh no, he just lowered its attack. Okay. I'm still gonna have more attack than you. He still has the Gameciel. Alright, yeah, I mean, I can't target you with monster effects, but I can target you with spell effects. I lower you by 3,000, Yes, and I equip you. And they'll take that too. So many things that I can do! Now let me just grab a Gameciel of my own, just in case. And he surrendered, as he probably should have. Why he didn't Gameciel this? I don't know. Why he didn't steal it with Borreload Dragon? I don't know. He could have won, and he made these strange decisions that I don't understand. But sometimes that's how you win. It's not because you're great, it's because your opponents are terrible. And sorry to Coin if you did that. You're probably not a terrible person. You're probably just made some mistakes. We all make mistakes from time to time. I have to make sure I put stuff in from that, because as I'm getting more famous, I'm finding people who are like, yeah, I was on an episode and he called me an idiot just because I did this. It was just one mistake, blah, blah, blah. I probably shouldn't say their names like that. Or make fun of their voice like that, but yeah, we all make mistakes. I don't understand your mistakes. If you ever see this, you could explain it down there. But yeah, my point is, he's probably not an idiot. He's probably a nice guy. He just made some idiotic decisions. Let's go into the 8th duel. Alright, 8th duel versus perhaps the most generic name I've ever seen, Dragon. Is he playing dragons? I hope so. And we started with a pretty decent hand. Anytime you start with your one of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, you're pretty good. I almost didn't play this, but I figured it's Kaiju support. I usually don't like one-ofs. But yeah, we've got, if anytime you've got this and like a fusion, you can normal summon this, add your Relinquished, and then fuse Relinquished with this. Because it's just any effect monster. Really generic. In fact, one of the things you can do with this that's really fun is if you play like Mind Control, you can take your opponent's monsters and use them as fusion material, because very few cards can't be used as fusion material. And specifically, if you use Relinquished Fusion, it banishes the materials, so you can just be like, yeah, I'll just steal your Borrelode Dragon and then banish it. Or your Fairy Tale Snow and then banish it. A fun thing, but I just played the Link Thief Cyber Angels not too long ago, so I was like, you know, I probably shouldn't play another deck that's 100% Thief. Granted, the actual win condition I'm going for, the thing this deck was designed to do, it has not done yet. I mean, it's done similar things, but the idea is to get Gameciel with Millennium Eyes and just negate everything. But people either quit before I could get there, or we've been stomped down. I actually haven't faced this before, so let's see. Target one card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If it's a link summon, send one card from your deck to the graveyard. Sent from the deck to the graveyard by an effect. Okay, so you get to mill 3, and then add 1. So he's not going to, like, disrupt me if I, like, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber him. Sadly, this is useless against Kaiju. Most of the... Oh, well, never mind. Now it has things it can do. Let's just go ahead and Cosmic Cyclone. Get out of there. Get out of there, I don't want any of that. Alright. Yeah, we'll just Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. I'll take this, and you can have this one. Because it has the least amount of attack, and it doesn't have a quick effect. Which is good if you have the field spell out, that way they can't activate things. As a lot of people don't know, Gameciel can negate anything by taking 2 tokens off of either side of the field. And it not only negates it, it banishes it. So you don't want to give your opponent a Gameciel, especially in this deck. I could have now just for additional damage, but I want to keep the Gameciel in case I need it. There we go. That way, in case he wants to activate it... Oh, but he can do that. He can't activate it this turn, though. And at least I'll waste it. It'll be gone after this. 0 attack. Haha. Well, plus I have another Polymerization, and I have another search for Relinquish, so I can make another one next turn. The point is, he'll have to use it on this, or waste it on this. I actually hope he wastes it on this to try to lower its attack. Because it negates its effect and lowers attack. Okay, yeah, he did the smart thing. Because this could just stop any play he'd want to make. Now he can make a play. I'm gonna activate anyway. I don't think so. I think not, Yugi boy. Kaiba boy. Kaiba-chan sensei. Not my kaiju. Oh, and then you got another fuck clown. I can't call it fuck clown anymore because there's actually a fuck clown. Its name says flick clown, but when you put an L and an I right next to each other, it kind of looks like a U. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Michael to banish this thing. Hopefully he can't OTK me. Maybe he's playing Judgment Dragon? I haven't seen one. No, he is playing some other dragon stuff, though. Nope, okay. I'm safe-ish for this turn. Granted, the only thing about making Millennium Eyes with Polymerization is that you can't use its effect right away. You need either the fusion card or you need the hand trap. If I could draw either one of those, that would be nice. Nope, not quite. I can get another kaiju, though. Not that I can use it. Yeah, sadly, this is not what I wanted to draw. Go and get one of these. Yeah, and really, that would only give him more attack. And this is only during let's see, your end phase. Yeah, it's only during your end phase, not during both players' end phases. So my only real option is to put it in defense and hope that he has to activate an effect. Or that he just attacks over it and then can't do any more damage. So let's go ahead with these two. Defense mode. Granted, I could also use that to make Link Karibo, but Link Karibo isn't going to really save me anything, especially with a deck like this that can make a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, and he's got Trick Clown in there, so he's got another rank 4. My best option is that he makes some sort of, he activates some kind of effect. Alternatively, he could attack and then do a bunch of effects in the main phase too, and then I might survive. Okay. So I will survive. Unless he makes like a cowboy? Cowboy for game? Maybe? No, we can't cowboy for game. Alright. I have another turn. Ooh, okay. I probably don't have enough. Well, no, I can kaiju over it. I can kaiju over it, everyone. And then he has very little. Okay, so if nothing else, if I just draw another kaiju, I can give him Gameciel and kaiju over it for game? Yeah, for game. Go ahead, banish things out of my graveyard. I don't give a fuck. Look, you can't have that kaiju in there. I would have banished one of the relinquished things. Another Orphish Scorpio. Oh, but wait, Orphish Scorpio works perfectly. Unless he could stop it with some kind of card effect. Let's go ahead and get this. And then what I can do is, let's go ahead and make Break Sword. Let's blow up this guy, his decode. He's gonna be like, nope, I'm gonna negate that. And then, oh, it's not coming back. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna actually banish one of these. And one of those. There we go, and now I've baited out the negation. Let's take this, if you please. It's got more attack. Bada bingo. But I'm not out of the woods yet, because he could still do things. He could still do potentially a lot of things. I have one monster negate. And that's it. The tension arises. Will I be able to monster negate? Will he get his Raigeki? Monster Reborn! Can he reborn something with more than 2800 attack? He could put decode right here, and it would have 2800, I think, because it'd be pointing to this guy, right? Oh, not using the effect, okay. Oh, and then he can make a level 8 Synchro with more than 2800. Ah, Scar right. That rat bastard. Well, touche. Touche, salesman. I may have lost, but I don't feel like... You know, at least there was a back and forth. Things happened. It went down to quite a bit low. And now he can make the big... no, that needs to be a Dark Tuner, right? Yeah. I guess not. No, it has to be a tuner and a dark synchro. Yeah. Target 1 face up, yep, so... He can negate, even though I top-decked this, he can negate a sad state of affairs, to be certain. A good game. Sadly, he has that. I can... Oh, I don't have enough. I thought I had more stuff in here. Or no, I already went through all 3 of my Millennium Eyes. Okay. Yep. A sad... Not a sad state of affairs. A good state of affairs. We fought well. Especially since I believe this is a meta-ish deck. I know Lightsworns have been doing things. I'm not sure if it's this particular build. But Lightsworns are not like some old scrubby deck that I like happen to lose to. They are a solid challenger. So let's go ahead into the 9th duel, wrapping this up, getting to the end. Alright, 9th duel versus End History. Possibly a very bold statement. It's like you want to destroy the world or something. Either that or it's the history of the word end. Maybe he's an entomologist or an entomologist. I don't know what that laugh was supposed to be. Some sort of Popeye-ish thing. It's possible that it's not going to load correctly. It's possible that, okay, but it didn't happen. So while I'm here in the 9th duel, let me give a big old Hardleg Patreon shout-out to Chris W., our glorious fan who comes from China. He sends us OCG cards almost every month now. Not sure how long he'll be able to keep that up, but he's done it for a while now. If you've ever seen one of my unboxings, I often open the Japanese cards, the OCG cards, before they come out, and those are all thanks to him. And in addition to that, he's also donating to the Patreon, so double cheers to him. Thanks to him, along with Joe Average, down in the comments below. It looks like we're playing a World Chalice Legacy Chalice. Arum, he doesn't have a quick effect, right? And he surrendered. We had a pretty good hand, too. What's our time looking like, people? I guess I won't count that one. I won't count that one. We'll find a real 9th duel, because I didn't do anything. I had a duel earlier where I didn't do anything, and I counted that as a win. These two together will count as one win. How about that? In the 9th duel, we're versus 01. If only he could have been the 01st. Didn't I face an 01 last time, and it was like the 2nd duel? I don't know. Perhaps Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro is starting to stagnate. There are too many people. Or not enough people. Something. I don't know. We're gonna activate this. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna get rid of our 1 kaiju to summon the things that we want to summon. A Scorpio! And we'll go ahead and get this. And then we can... What is a good opening play, Joe? Good question, Joe. I think I'm gonna go for Zenmain's. Zenmain's pass? Zenmain's pass. We'll see how that goes. Probably not the smartest move. It's the only defensive rank 3 I can think of. If he's playing a really good deck, he'll be able to get over this no problem. He'll be able to bounce it and OTK through it. I don't think he's playing a really great deck. Just because of the 12-card extra deck. If he was playing like Pendulum Magicians, he would have a lot more in there. And that's really what I'm worried about. That and maybe like Ancient Gears, perhaps? Because he could stop my monster effects from activating, and I want to have my monster effects be activated. I don't know about you. Interesting. Right in front of the zone. Just right in front. A question that could stew for all of time. Okay. Activate King of the Swamp. Get one of these. Now, I still have the Relinquished in hand, so the Polymerization is still live. So I'm going to just banish the 2 out of my graveyard. You can use King of the Swamp to count as anything. Oh, but I have to get rid of... Okay, never mind. I forgot we were in Master Rule 4 for a second. Excuse me. Such things happen. It's okay, I get a counter. 2 counters, right? No, just 1. We'll get rid of that. Karakuris. Is that a new Karakuri? Or is he playing old Karakuris? Hard to say, hard to leg. Either way, I got a thing, and it only cost me most of my cards. Don't have Mirror Force, please. Thank you. I appreciate you not playing Mirror Force. And then if I draw any monster, I've still got things I can do, and now I can negate his monster effects. His monstrous effects. Although Karakuris, they're really combo heavy, although this card cannot be destroyed by a battle once. Okay, so that's why he placed it there. He was hoping I couldn't get over it. But I can just kaiju over things. Ah, a Cyber Dragon. Will you make Mega Fleet? Mega Fleet is a good thing, perhaps. No? Alright. More monsters on board. More monsters, more problems. That's what I say. I just said it. Did you not hear me? Said it just a second ago. You can summon this in defense position, by the way. Honest? I think I can chain to Honest and steal it. Nope. Okay. We'll just attack over. Battle Fader, eh? Yeah, that's fine. I'm interested to see what you do with Battle Fader. Why you keep summoning in front of me? Don't you know that's not a great place to be summoning your things? Either way, I could search. We'll get the big one. And then we'll get Gameciel. Yeah, I don't think we've got our kaiju files. That's the main thing. If you're unfamiliar with kaiju files, you could trade out a monster on either side of the field, either player's kaiju, and just destroy it and summon a new one. And so that's how you can, like, summon this, attack, and then trade it out for, like, a Gameciel. And then you have Gameciel in defense position that can negate all the spell traps, and this that can negate all the monster effects. It's a pretty solid lockdown if you can get into it. Maybe one of you out there... I've been saying this a lot recently, and I think that's a good design for the show, since most people seem to like the more kooky decks, and most people seem to like the more, people seem to care more about the commentary than the actual dueling. Although the dueling has to at least be decent. But I think the thing is to build a deck around a unique idea, and even if I can't fully flesh it out and make it perfect, at least I can present this unique idea that perhaps you can use on your own. Like, take this, use it in other things. What does this do? When it's fusion summoned, send all other cards you control to the graveyard. And it's only got 1,600, so I think we're fine. He's just losing his cards. He can't get over Millennium Eyes. He can attack over this. So, you know, if you wanted to do that, you could do it. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I don't think anyone's going to stop you, but I don't know if you do it. Have a dandy old time with I don't know what I'm saying. Yes, I think you have problems, my friend. I'm sorry to say. Even if you have Spell Trap now, it will not save you. Not all of them, anyway. Yeah, because then I can do... Well, I could just equip it right now. But I did want to show the other thing that you can do. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. Actually, that would do less damage, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and equip. The Lightning Strike Kaiju, I'll just explain. You can, Thank you. Yeah, you can just discard to equip a card. But the Lightning Strike Kaiju, you can remove 3 counters, and it can attack up to 3 monsters that turn. And probably more importantly, your opponent's cards and effects can't be activated for the rest of the turn. So if they have floaters, if they have back row or whatever, you could summon this, remove 3 counters, attack over it a whole bunch. Like, attack over whatever they have, they don't gain their effects, and they can't... You don't have to worry about mirror forces and stuff like that. He's just a really nice combo. And then again, if you have the Kaiju files, then after you've decimated their field, you can just get a Gameciel. Yes, sadly, he just couldn't do the things that he wanted to do. A sad state of affairs. I mean, he probably has something else, but I can negate. I can negoodle. I can just be like, nah, dog, I'm sorry. I can even target a card in the graveyard. and its effect is negated. Which actually makes this card anti-hand trap, which is why a lot of people are running instant fusion to just summon this at the start of their turn, because if your opponent discards an Ash Blossom, you could just, like, target it in the graveyard, equip it, it doesn't get its effect, and then you could just proceed with your turn and get rid of this after the fact. Which I actually like, it because it takes up the extra monster zone, it actually puts this thing where, like, you have to wait until they start summoning extra monster cards before you use your Ash Blossom. It doesn't cut it off entirely, but it makes this dynamic, where at least you can do some things. You can get your terraforming off or whatever. I'm not using Instant Fusion, though, because I only have 3 of these, and I need them to survive. Speaking of surviving, let's go into that 10th duel and see if we can survive there. Okay, 10th and final duel versus Tester. He is the one who tests. I'm running out of steam, people. 10th duel, I don't know. Oh, that thing that I said we wouldn't be able to fight against. We have to fight against now. Yeah, because they have almost no monster effects. So, Millennium Eyes is pretty much useless. And sadly, you can't summon Gameciel in defense mode. That would be nice if I could just, like, put that... Granted, at least we are... Oh, pardon me, I don't know why I've got all this burpage. At least we do have at least we do have Kaijus, which are the Brandish Maiden's arch nemesis. If you're unfamiliar with the deck, it's basically like 1 monster, 2 extra deck monsters, and a whole bunch of spells. But their spells all say you can't have monsters in the main monster zones to activate them. So if you contribute this and give them a Kaiju, then none of their monsters are none of their spells are useless. They just have a whole bunch of set nothing. Just a whole bunch of garbo. Ah, and only 1 card. I don't think they have one a quick effect that destroys face-up spell traps. So I think I'm safe to use my terraforming, although he has hand traps most likely. But using hand traps, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I've just kind of gotta, you know. Well, actually, I could make Millennium Eyes. Or I could just, yeah, I could just cut everything off. Yeah, if he's got the hand traps, this is not... I'm sure there's a better way I could do it, but I'm not thinking it out. There's like a count, because like, either way, he doesn't have hand traps, so it doesn't matter. And he surrendered! Great. I guess because he knew I had Kaijus. Yeah, that's anticlimactic. I'm counting that as a win, because fuck Brandish Maidens. I thought they were cool, but they're like Spellbooks 2.0. All they do is activate spell cards. I don't know why it's asking me these things. But let's go ahead, we'll do an 11th duel. Let's see if we can get an interesting final one. Okay, 11th duel versus Psy. Could it be the Korean pop singer? Could it be Psy Frames, perhaps? Hard to say. Hard to leg. And I really should stop doing these bonus duels. I've been trying for the last couple of months to make these episodes shorter. But I just feel bad whenever we have like a final duel and it's like I play 1 card and they surrender. And it's like, that's not fair to you guys. You guys should at least be able to see something. So he's playing VWs, but he's got that link. Ah, the VW Ojamas. I actually did manage to make an interesting Ojama deck, but it's most likely being used for an upcoming deck build challenge. So we'll see how that works. But if it doesn't get used, or if that ends up going really well, then I may make an Ojama What a Deck. And we'll go ahead. Good thing I played 2 of these Cobras. I tell you what, these are kind of like Garnets, although at least in this deck you can use them for other things. Okay, so he's going to be able to +3. Good old Ojama Pajama. I like that much better than Ojama Party. Ojama Pajama. It just got that nice ring to it. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, he has very little effect, so we're going to go for this. And what does this do in the graveyard? Special summon as many of your banished Ojamas as possible. Alright, well in that case, let's just go ahead. Get that. Kill that fucker. One counter, and you know, if I made one right now, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll attack first. I was like, I'd be doing a lot less damage. All the things. Crap. What did he grab? You know, he's playing the VW, so I don't think I want to test it. Let's just go ahead and do one of these. This and this. There we go, and at least I got 3, so now I can grab that. Oh yeah, works perfectly. Now that I think about this. Okay, so yeah, special summon. Special summon. Use the fusion. Grab that. Equip it to him. And there you go. This remove 2 counters so I can negate 2 things with this and 1 monster effect with this and equip it and stop them from activating monsters. So this, finally, in the 11th duel, we have the win condition. Which is perfect because we're about to get Kaiju, or about to get Raigeki'd. So I could be like, I think not. That's what Gameciel says, because he's being mind-controlled. He's being mind-controlled by the Millennium Eyes. They got blue things on there. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but it's in the rings. That's hypnotism rings. Science has confirmed that that's what hypnotism rings look like. We'll just go ahead and get that. Grab another one of these things. We'll play this just because we can. Just because it's a source for more Kaiju counters. We'll attack this. Ojama Green, okay. I was thinking Ojama Blue, but I guess he doesn't have it. But yeah, granted, at this point, it's mostly the Gameciel, because you've got the well, I've only got 1 negate at the moment. You can bait the negates out, but oftentimes, if this has 5 counters and this has a counter, then there's 3 negates, plus this. Lots of things you have to deal with, my friend. Right now, it's just it's 2 negates, but it's 1 anything negate and 1 monster negate. Behold, I surrender. So yeah, I guess you don't necessarily need the Kaiju files for that, but you need the fusion, in which case. And I kind of like the Kaiju files. Now that I think about it, though, it's probably best that we didn't get this much. Probably not a good card. I'll probably in the it's weird because when you guys see these, I always put out the profile first, but I don't make the profile until after I've played the deck 10 times in a row, so that it's everything that happened is fresh in my mind. So I'll probably recommend against this in the profile. But you'll already know that if you have seen the profile. Let's go to the end screen. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The M.E.K deck, the Millennium-Eyes Kaijus. We went 8-3 after 11 duels. We had a couple surrenders, but hopefully you could see what this is. You can see how this is kind of a powerful card just on its own. And you combine it with the Kaijus outing things. And again, if someone can find a way to turbo out like Gameciel with 3 counters and 1 of these, you've got a pretty solid lockdown that even a meta deck would have problems dealing with. It's just a matter of getting to that point, especially going second. But I hope you enjoyed this either way. Next week, I think I'm going to be looking at Ancient Gears. I'll try to build that since it's coming out in the same set that these are coming out. The new Ancient Gears support should be fun. Until then, good luck and have fun.